So, and we'll get back to the Attorney General in a
Yeah.
little bit on here. So, so let's fast forward to Election Day. There, you won. It was a landslide. It was a great victory for you. And congratulations again.
Well, thank you.
There are a lot of people in higher education that are happy about that. But there's a period between Election Day and when you get inaugurated. And as I talked to a few people about the interview that I was going to do today, I said, what do you think some interesting topics would be? And they said, what about this period of time where you have to put hundreds and dozens, hundreds, and which would result in thousands of people in place?
Right.
How does this all happen? In political science, we have theories of party and government, where national government, nationwide party, the national party, and the state parties help its members coordinate and cooperate. Is that true in your case? And please share with us some of these experiences.
Yeah. Well, you have a lot of work to do in a very short period of time, because if you're elected in the runoff, that was the Saturday before Thanksgiving, and inauguration was January the 11th. And so you've got the Thanksgiving break and the Christmas break and the New Year's all between when you're elected and when you have to stand up the office. And so it's an intense period. You work 6 or 7 days a week. There are enough people interested in serving that you don't really have to go looking for them. That they come find you, but finding the right mix. Because I had said that I wanted a government that looked like the state of Louisiana. I wanted Republicans and Democrats. I wanted men and women. I wanted blacks and whites and Hispanics. And so we worked very hard to make sure that we were successful, because one of the things that I aim to demonstrate is you do not sacrifice quality when you insist upon diversity. In fact, I think it's just the other way around. When we sit around the table discussing problems in Louisiana, I need somebody at the table who has different perspectives than I do. Otherwise, we may never get the problem right. And if you can't figure out what the problem is, you're never going to get the solution. So you get plenty of help, but it didn't really come from the party. That's not a role that the party played. I didn't invite it to play a role in that, and they really didn't. Not to say that they weren't talking to me, but that's not the way that worked. I picked a transition committee. I had 5 people serve as co-chairs. We set up different committees, whether it was healthcare, education, transportation, public safety. And then once you announce that you're setting up these committees, you get people all over the state of Louisiana who want to serve, because they want to talk about what we need to do in terms of policy, but they also would make recommendations as to who would be, for example, a good cabinet secretary for the Department of Health and Hospitals. And so you have to set all of that up and then make your selections. Now, I didn't try to have everybody in place by January the 11th, but we had the overwhelming majority of the key appointees in place, and some that I made over the weeks to follow. But I still have meetings a couple times a week with the person that works for me who runs boards and commissions, because there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of boards and commission folks that we appoint to things all over the state of Louisiana, levy districts and higher education boards and the Superdome Commission, and I mean, you name it, the Board of Election Supervisors from all over the state. And again, you have people letting you know that they're interested, and you get their resumes, you study their backgrounds, and then you make the best decisions that you can make. But it does require a lot of work, and you're never finished with it, because a lot of these seats open up during your term, and so you have to make appointments to those boards and commissions. And by the way, they are very, very important. You all know that we have a University of Louisiana System Board of Supervisors, but they really do control what happens within that system. And so it's important that you put people on there who have some familiarity and desire to be on a higher education board. And so we really make an effort to do that, and then make sure that we're appointing a diverse group of people as well.
And many boards like the Regents and like UL, these are not paid positions. These are people who are volunteering their time.
Correct. And they volunteer their time, and if they serve well, they volunteer a lot of time. Because it isn't just the board meetings that happen every several weeks. I mean, they need to be at the office getting information. They need to be visiting with with the community colleges and technical colleges and four-year universities all around the state in order to know what's going on the ground. And those are the sort of people you want. But it gets very hard to appoint some of the people you want because their jobs may not allow them that much flexibility and that sort of thing. But I'm really pleased overall with the people that we've been able to select. And I will tell you this: we have a state government that looks like the state of Louisiana, and that's critically important to me. I think as a kid in Louisiana, or really anywhere, you ought, no matter what you look like or where you come from, you ought to see somebody in state government that looks like you do. And that is the case in Louisiana today.